water?
Good afternoon.
Does your wife work?
Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a sewer tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 14882 Southeast Holland Loop here in Happy Valley. We're located just off to the left of the front doorway. There's a 4-inch ABS cleanout hiding back here in the bushes. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. Here we go. Hey, here at about 28 feet out, this is where the line transitions from 4-inch ABS over to Schedule 3034 PVC pipe. It does appear that we have a root intrusion here through the top of the sewer line at the joint, at the transition joint there. On the way back out here, I will get that marked and located. Okay, here at 71 feet, we have reached the main lateral. We're going to let the line drain out for a few minutes here before pulling back. Here at 65 feet, there is a joint that's become offset. This is going to be out in the street area. I'll locate that real quick here. But I would contact the city. It is possible that the city maintains the street portion of the line. Okay, I've located this. We're about 66 feet out. It's out in the middle of the street. I have marked it with a white X there. I do recommend having locates performed though. My locator is saying it's around 13 feet deep, and that's when my locator signal starts to get weak at those depths. So please relocate if the line is dug down to. I do recommend a spot repair to correct that offset joint there. It doesn't appear to be affecting the flow at this time. Okay, here at about 37 feet out, we have a whole bunch of debris collecting here in the middle of the sewer line and in the flow line itself. I do not see hardly any standing water here to indicate that it's sitting in a belly, or the belly is causing a whole bunch of debris to collect. Right now, it's kind of difficult to discern what has caused all this debris here to build up. So either way, I would recommend the line be hydrojetted to remove all the debris, and then a rescope performed to make sure there's not an underlying problem here. It could just be too much of the wrong stuff going down the line, but there could be something hiding underneath all that debris that would explain why it's collecting there. And I'm trying to locate this particular spot here. I'm having some trouble getting any signal whatsoever. It does look like it's out near where the retaining wall is at. And on top of that, on the way out, this item dangling here looked a little bit different. On the way back here, it looks like there's some kind of string of some sort, but it almost looks like it's covered up by paper, kind of sheathed in something. I would recommend just having this looked at by a plumber just to get a second set of eyes on it. It's a lot harder to tell here now if those are roots or if it's some other kind of string-like substance that may have just got itself caught at the joint. So I'm going to try and locate this spot here anyway. Okay, I was able to finally get a locate signal here about 21 feet. Everywhere after this point, all the way out to the root intrusion, I keep losing the signal. I think the line is going underneath the retaining wall, and I cannot get a clear signal right where the root intrusion's at. The closest I can get is about 7 feet prior to it. So definitely do some locates here. Maybe there's as-built or something that will kind of guide you. But I will do a marking right here just to give an idea of direction, but that marking is by no means a spot where to dig. That is just a pointing the direction of the repair. I've just drawn a white arrow on the ground. We're up in the yard, right around 7 feet deep here, and I have an arrow just pointing the direction the pipe runs. And it doesn't just go straight. It comes out here and just before the roots does a really hard turn. So keep that in mind if an excavation repair is done. Again, if this is confirmed this is roots, I'm having a really hard time discerning what this is at this point. There's a part of me that thinks it could be roots covered up by debris. It could also be some other kind of string substance that got caught in the joint there. So I do recommend at least a second set of eyes take a look at the video to try and discern what that is exactly. If it is confirmed roots, I would recommend a spot repair to correct that. I do, regardless of whether a repair is done, I recommend a hydrojet to remove the debris buildup from the line that's around 37 feet and have it re-scoped. Make sure there's not an underlying issue going on there. Now with the debris out of the flow line, assuming there's nothing underneath that, the line is still functioning at this time. There's a couple issues there that may need to be resolved. The separated joint and possible root intrusion.